Okay, all right, everybody, look. I haven't got another box, but what I have got is new handlebars and a new front disc. So what have I done to modify the Engwe Engine Pro 2.0? Well, I've put some 9.5-inch BMX handlebars on it. I got a riser there, and then I got a clamp, whatever this bit by here is called. And I've also put a 203mm disc down by there on the front wheel, and I've also used an adapter. So I'll put I won't put links in the description. I'll put the information of what the parts are called, because links always change. I put links in the description. 6 months down the line, people say the links are not working. I've got to go and search for them again. So I'll put down exactly what I've bought. I'll try and describe it the best I can. And then when you search for it, you should be able to find it. Now, let's try the front brake now. Ready? Steady. Holy moly. Okay, so let's have a look at the handlebars. I don't know if you can see by here. It says Piece XXL. So there, can you see it there? Look, it says Piece XXL. And I think the make of this is blank, so it's blank Piece XXL if you want to look it up. And this is a 9.5-inch rise. I sort of prefer the sort of square, like not square, but this type of bar compared to the more curved off ones. And if you look down by here, the clamp is branded Zoom, and then underneath there we got this bit here. Now I did have to cut this slightly because it comes with a big long bolt going down through there, but it didn't quite reach. Now I have, I'll say that again, I have got a thing for cutting bars to get a nice straight cut, and I took about that much off it, so that would fit into the little bolt that's down by here. So that's clamped up on there. I mean, you can adjust this handlebars because you can put it a bit lower and then put these on top if you want to. Now some people have got this clamp here. They've done away with this bit and put that clamp straight on there. You can if you want to, but then the handlebars will be lower than what they were before. Now, so that's all that bit there. Oh, and also, I don't know if you can see there, but I've had to wrap some insulation tape around here and around there just to make it a little bit wider on the bars because it won't fit otherwise. You must have seen other people do BMX bars. Now, the one good thing, well, there's plenty of good things about this, but the really good thing about this bike is the grips. They've got the Allen key type bolts on them, so it's easy to get the grips off. Usually it's such a struggle to get grips off the handlebars, but these ones, just undo the bolts, they slip off, slip back on. So it was easy peasy. Right then, and down there then, right down there is a 203mm disc, and then on this side here, I've got a spacer on there, but I've had to put, I don't know if you can see, I'll put a close-up shot. I've had to put two M6 washers on the other side. I'll show a close-up of it, just to space it out about 1 millimetre because it was a little bit, it was almost touching the disc when I put it on. So there we go. So, what's the next thing to do? Well, the next thing to do is for me to stop waffling, get on the bike, get out on the open road, test the front brake and see if I stop a little bit quicker. Also, see if this is, you know, nicer to ride with these big handlebars. I know it is going to be, but anyway, let's get out on the old open road. And before I go, there has been a little bit of confusion about the thumb throttle and the top speed with pedal assist. Somebody in the comment section got a little bit annoyed with all the capital letters, sort of blaming me. It's not my fault. So I'll try and clear up the confusion when I go out on the old open road. Anyway, let's get going. Okay, so in the comment section, somebody got annoyed, a bit annoyed at me, but it's not my fault. So he was talking about the thumb throttle, it only goes a certain speed, and it does only go a certain speed. I'll show you now. I'll do the thumb throttle here, okay? And I've put it on the top speed it can go, and it's starting to cut out now at 20 miles an hour. It doesn't go much faster than that, okay? So what I'll do now is I'll turn around, let me go up there first, and I'll turn around and then I'll do pedal assist. I'll put pedal assist on full and it will go faster than 20 miles an hour, and I'll tell you when the motor cuts out, which I think is about 28 miles an hour. So let me just turn around by here. Let me just turn around. I'll put it on full pedal assist, I'll go down the gears like so, okay, right, so I can give it a full push. So I can give it the full push now, and I'm pedaling. Here we go. There we go, we've gone past it. Look. Now I'm hardly pedaling at all now. 25, 26. Let's see if I can get the motor cut out. Right, the motor cut out there at almost 28 miles an hour. So when you do pedal assist, it cuts out at 28 miles an hour. Let me just turn around again, like so. So, when you do pedal assist, it goes faster. This is the way the controller is set up, so I don't want any people to be confused. The controller is set up to give you more assistance. The cutout, the miles per hour cutout or kilometers per hour cutout is much higher on pedal assist than it is on the thumb throttle. It's lower on the thumb throttle. So I hope that clears it up. And please, no more shouting in the comment section. Anyway, right, let's carry on down that way. I'd like to be under the sea. Right, before we talk about the handlebars and the front brake, there was one thing I missed as well in the other review, and that was, it's got a horn. Now, I will say, I don't know if it comes through on the microphone very well, it's not the loudest horn in the world. It's... There's a horse coming. Okay. I was beeping my horn and there was a horse around the corner, but let me just do it again. Let me go a bit slower so there's no other noise around. Ready? Here we go. Right, so it's more like a... It's not a massive loud horn. People can hear it. It won't make them jump out of their skin though. So there we go. So it has got a horn as well, which works. Anyway, let's go down there. Oh, and the other bit of confusion was I went down a hill. I went down a hill in the last video, and I wasn't using the throttle, I wasn't using pedal assist, I wasn't pedaling, I was just going down the hill and using gravity to see how good this bike freewheels down a hill, because there's rolling resistance. So when I went 31 miles per hour or 30.5 miles per hour in the video, in the last video, that was just gravity going down a hill. I wasn't using any of the assistance at all. It was just gravity. I thought I made that clear in the last video, but there we go. So I'll say it again. Top speed for me on the bike I got here, if you go and unlock the settings, 20 miles an hour on the thumb throttle, 28 miles an hour on pedal assist. Gravity, well, it all depends. If you drive off a cliff, it's going to be quite fast. Anyway, now the main selling point of this bike, which I think is important, is not the top speed, it's the torque. It's the amount of torque, because the amount of torque is what gets you up the hill. Not the top speed, the amount of torque. So there's a big, huge hill coming up. This is the biggest of biggest hills, okay? You won't find many hills as big as this. Let me just check there's no cars behind me. And I'm not going to pedal at all. All I'm going to do is use the thumb throttle, okay? So here we go. Thumb throttle engaged, hill around the corner. And I'm not going to pedal. I won't pedal at all. Now I expect the bike to slow down because this hill gets really steep. By here now is extremely steep, and it gets even steeper up there. So I'm not pedaling at all. Here we go. It's going to go really slow. Not pedaling, look, not pedaling. It's gone down to 7, 8 miles an hour. I'm not pedaling. 8 miles an hour. That hill was really steep. I'm not pedaling, look, I'm still not pedaling. I'm just proving I'm not pedaling. It's going, the speeding back up again now. And we're catching up to the horses now, so I'm gonna have to slow down for the horses. And there we go, we're off the hill. So you won't come across many hills like that. And the torque is what is the best bit about this bike. Anyway, let's try and sneak past these horses. A nice bit of torque, way, bit of slamming. What's a slamming? Nice bit of torque, nice bit of wiggling. Now, the handling, I want to talk about the handling. Once you put these big bars on, look, I'm wiggling back and forth. Having a bit of fun. Anyway, I think I'm going to stop. Before I waffle on a bit more, I'm going to put my gloves on because my hands are getting cold. So I'm going to pull over and put my gloves on. I want to go a bit further because I don't want the horses to catch up with me. Anyway, let's pull over by here, find my gloves. Now, another complaint was that you can't pedal this bike at all. Now, I will agree it's heavy to pedal, so we'll try it. Let's see how far I can get. I'll probably get puffed out. I'll put it on 0 assist. Okay, let's get going. Down here. Now it's going downhill at the moment, so it's easy at the moment. But the bike is heavy. There's no getting around it. It's a heavy bike. It's got a big battery. It's got big wheels, so the bike is heavy. But let's just see if I can pedal it. There's a big hill coming here now. Let's see how far I can get up this hill. We're still going downhill at the moment. I'm gonna have to put in a low gear. I can't. Don't expect me to pedal it in anything other than gear 1. So I'm actually going up a hill now. Now I'm not the fittest person in the world, and I'm gonna say that you can feel the weight of the bike, and it would be. I don't know. It's not that bad. I'm in gear 1. Look, so I'm in the easiest gear. I'm doing 6 miles an hour up a hill, and if you take a plod, you can go along. Now you wouldn't be able to get up the steepest of steep hills on this bike because it is heavy, but it is possible to pedal the bike. There we go. Right, okay, let's talk about the handlebars. That's what we're here for. Now, with this sort of the wider, they are much wider than the original handlebars, so it does feel more stable. You have more control over the handlebars. Let me just check behind me. Check there's no cars coming, and there's a car in front of me there. But look, it does just feel more. It feels more planted on the road. You can do a little bit more wiggling around, if that's what you call it, slaloms. And it does feel more comfortable with these handlebars like this in this position. So it is a good upgrade, but an even better upgrade would be to go on the Engwe website, because they do the BMX handlebars, but they actually fold, so you don't lose the folding function. They are a little bit more expensive than this set up here, but if you want to keep the folding function, they do a set on the Engwe website. Anyway, another big hill. Let's try the torque out again. I'll do a little bit of pedaling on this one as well. I might not need it, but let's go up the gears. There we go. I can't pedal fast enough with the throttle yet, so it should slow down a little bit when we get to the steep part. But a lot of e-bikes will struggle on this hill, but this one's not struggling at all. I'm still doing 16 miles per hour. It is a hill. It is very steep by here. It doesn't show on the camera. I always say it doesn't show on the camera, but I haven't pedalled at all yet. It is slowing down to 12 miles per hour, 12. Is it going to go to 11? We're almost to the top, and I haven't pedalled at all, look. And there we go. So like I said, it's all about the torque. Now, let's try the front brake now. Ready? Steady. Holy moly! What the hell? Blinking heck. Look at that. Can you see that from that camera angle? I don't know if you can see from that camera angle there, but look. I stopped straight away. That was a massive improvement. That was a massive improvement with the this car coming. Let me just pull down there. Let me stop. That was a huge improvement. That was a massive. I can't believe it. It stopped almost straight away there then. So the 203 disc does make a difference. Right, okay, here we go past the Mancloyd Inn. I think I'm going to turn left by here now, go down this lane by here. Down here just past the pub. Here we go. Very narrow lane, look at this. But this lane down here, I have been down here quite a while back on my e-bike videos, or maybe a year or so ago, and this leads to a path. I go to the top here, it does lead to a farm, but it also leads to a path where people can walk up and down, which is quite nice. So we'll try and have a look. We'll get to the end here and I'll show you what I mean. Now, the date today is June the 11th, and you think it'd be nice and warm, but it's not. I've got a couple of layers on. I've got a few layers on just to keep warm. It's not very warm at all, and it was supposed to be, well, the summer solstice is the 21st or the 22nd of June, So you think it'd be a bit warmer, but it's not. It's actually cold when I'm going at speed. Anyway, let's carry on up there. Now, I was saying earlier, a lot of people get bogged down with how fast the e-bike's going, but if you go bombing around on the roads and the police do see you, they're going to pull you over. But if you go in like the normal speed that e-bikes are supposed to go, then you know you're not going to be pulled over by the police. You've got to keep yourself under the radar. So if you grab a fast e-bike, you know, you might end up on the wrong side of the law. So people get bogged down by the how fast you can go, but for me, it's all about the torque. I keep saying it, but it's all about the power and how much power it can get up these hills without getting puffed out. Because I can still enjoy this big, heavy e-bike, but it's got loads of torque. So it feels light when you've got so much power, if you know what I mean. Big hill. Right, okay, I've come to the end of this path now. So there's the Engwe Engine Pro 2.0 with the front brake that works absolutely fantastic. You've got the hydraulic brakes and the 203mm disc. I think Engwe should sort of offer that as an option, a bigger disc on the front. Not so much the back one. You don't really need... well, I'm saying that, maybe you do. It all depends. If you do a lot of downhill stuff, then maybe you do need a bigger back disc because it dissipates heat more. The bigger the disc, the more heat it'll dissipate, so it works better. Obviously, it gives you more torque because it is wider, but with that front brake on there, that did stop a lot better, a lot easier. I didn't have to pull the brake as hard, and it did stop the bike a lot better. So it does make it safer if you've got a 203mm disc. So maybe they should offer that as an option on their website, if Engwe's watching. I come to the end of the road here, which is Pen How Farm. It's a private roadway, so I can't go up there, but if I just look up that way there, there's the farm up that way. A few sheep having a little lay in the field, look, there it is. Now I'm going to go back down that hill, and I don't know if you can see down there, it's like a dirt track, there's a dog there, like, running around. And that down there is a sort of a pathway people can walk up and down on. So let's go and have a look down there. Now, I was going to lift the bike over there, which is a horse thing, but I think somebody's made a bit of a path by here. What was that there then? A bit of a stone, I think, there then. No. Let's go up here. Right. Now, there is one other sneaky modification I made, and I have noticed the difference. The battery, which is housed in this part here, I noticed that when I was going over bumps, I could hear it sort of clonking a bit in there. Right, okay. Now it has got two little rubber feet on the battery, but it still wasn't quite tight in there. So what I've done is I've bought some Tessa tape. I don't know if you know what Tessa tape is. It's like a sort of automotive cloth tape, and I've wrapped it around a few times in 3 places along the battery. Wrapped it right around the circumference of the battery, and when you slot the battery in, then the battery goes in there tight and is in there and it doesn't move back and forth. So I've cured that problem because somebody said that the battery does make a clonking noise, so I've got rid of that as well with a little bit of Tessa tape. Anyway, let's go and have a look in the woods, which sounds a bit strange, but anyway, let's go and have a look. Now if I go that way, it goes to Machen, and if I go that way, it goes to Rydri. I'm going to go that way. Yeah, I'm going to go that way, I think. So let's get going. Now, another comment I get as well in the comment section. Now I'm going to jinx myself by here, so I didn't really want to say it, but I am going to say it, that people say that these big fat tyres on these fat tyre bikes are prone to punctures. But so far, through all my testing, and I've done quite a lot of e-bike testing, I haven't had a puncture so far. so I don't know what kind of riding these people do. I'm not saying that it's their fault. I'm just saying that I haven't experienced it yet so far, but a lot of people have. So anyway, what was the other complaints? There was a few complaints in our last video. Now, Engwe have just actually emailed me, and they've said to put some information in the comment section, so I'm going to do that today on the last video, so go and check it out. If I was going to get a puncture, this would be the place to get it, because there's lots of gravel and stones and sticks and all sorts of things that could puncture my tyres, so this wouldn't be a very nice place. Let's pull over by here and have a look what's going on by here, because it's a bit of a sort of a gully by there. Let's have a look what's going on by here. Trees falling down, and it is look like somebody's been using this as a bike path. Look, people have been using downhill biking. I won't be doing that because that is extremely steep. That's for your sort of proper off-road MTBs. Is that what they're called? I can't remember what they're called now. But yeah, and it says, but there, danger, keep out. So there must be a quarry. It says danger by keep out from here. Must be a quarry over there. Anyway, let's carry on down here. Now, the other modification I might do to this bike, is put a slightly softer spring on it, because it's a 1,000-pound spring. So it does bounce a little bit, but not quite enough. I would like a little bit more bounce. Anyway, I gotta get over this thing by here now. There we are. Our place is called Llwyn Cern Polch the Forest, something like that. I can't speak. I'm Welsh and I can't speak proper Welsh myself. But when you get L's, it's and when you get D's, it's so I don't know. I can't speak Welsh very well at all. Anyway, then the big hill. I'll put a little bit of I don't have to pedal. I don't know what I'm pedaling for. I don't have to pedal. Look. Yeah, so like I said before, the battery was making a bit of a, you're going over bumps, it was making a little bit of a clonk noise, but that's all gone now. It's all nice and quiet and lovely, and that was just with a little bit of Tessa tape. Let's watch this car coming past. A little bit of Tessa tape, or whatever you got. It has to be thin, it can't be too thick, because you won't be able to get the battery back in. But with my little modification, that'll stop that noise now. And I gotta say, when I go 20 miles an hour, it's not very warm. The sun hasn't come out today either. It's dry, but it's cold. It's cold for June. It's very cold for June. Anyway, let's carry on. Okay, then there you go. That's the Engwe Engine Pro 2.0 with the BMX handlebars, 9.5-inch rise. It got the 203mm discs, and it does make a difference. It does make the bike nicer, in my opinion. And I do recommend this bike. I like it. I think I'm going to put a lot of miles on this bike. Anyway, if you did like this video, give it a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Hi!